Hi, I'm Quinn Nguyen at Intercom's Oil and Gas Conference in Denver, Colorado. Joining me now is Gordon Kerr, Chief Executive Officer of Enerplus. Hi, Gordon.
Hi, Quinn.
Now, the second quarter of 2011 was a busy quarter for your company. You generated $568 million from selling a portion of your Marcellus acreage. What prompted your decision to divest a portion of that asset?
Well, we had actually talked about this for the last, say, year and a half. We had a lot of gas opportunity within our Marcellus acreage position. We had added to our portfolio through acquisition of operated interests. And so we felt that it would fit well for our strategy going forward if we could sell off some of the non-operated acreage. And we captured a great price. We realized a gain of something like $272 million on the sale. So it was significant in terms of providing additional financial flexibility for us, and at the same time retaining a significant investment in the Marcellus to grow on.
Now, how will you redeploy the funds generated from the sale?
Well, we have a lot of growth potential still within the Marcellus, so we'll be spending capital this year. We expect to spend about $195 million still within the play area. We've got opportunities over in the Bakken in Fort Berthold region of North Dakota. We have lots of opportunities for additional growth in Canada as well, both in Saskatchewan, Alberta, and so there's lots of places for us to put that money to work.
Now, you've also increased your capital spending for 2011. What was the impetus for the increase, and what will it do for Enerplus?
Well, first of all, we increased our overall guidance to the market on capital spend by $120 million, up to $770. So part of it, honestly, will be to mitigate some of the delays on being able to get into some of our sites with all the wet weather conditions and that. So there's an element of inefficiency that came as a result of weather. But we'll also actually spend more in the northeastern area of Marcellus, where we've retained interests, and also spend some additional monies in both Canada and the US on our oil, most notably on our oil play areas. So.
Okay. Now, while researching your company, I noticed that you're continuing to reward investors with a strong dividend. What's the thought process of maintaining a high dividend payout?
Well, first of all, our investors have invested in Enerplus over time because of our distributing dividend policy. As we move forward, I think we've been very clear with the market to indicate that to the extent we increase our cash flows, we'll look to put more into play in investing in the asset base while working to maintain the dividend at its existing level. Doesn't mean we wouldn't increase it, but it'll just depend on the financial flexibility and the opportunities in our asset as to how we deploy our cash flows.
What can we expect from you folks over the next 6 to 12 months?
Well, we'll be really working hard to execute on the plays that have been delayed because of the weather. So notably in the Fort Berthold region, executing on our drilling and our completion program there, as well as working with our operating partners in the Marcellus, and then also in the oil play areas in Canada that we're doing further development work on. For example, in the southern Saskatchewan area of Freda Neptune Unger, where we're in a play that we're developing in the Ratcliffe zone. So there's going to be significant spend here as we move forward through the balance of the year. And we're looking to increase, on a growth profile perspective, somewhere in the order of 10 to 15% over the next 2 years in terms of our production.
Well, Gordon, it's been a pleasure talking to you here today.
Thank you, Quinn.
Okay. I'm Quinn Nguyen for oilandgas360.com.